There we go. Hello and good evening, guys. Welcome to the Vidafy Life Converted, or we call this the Why Vidafy chat, or Why Vidafy call, I should say. I'm super excited to be here and to share this with you. I'm going to keep this as short, sharp, and sweet as possible. We're going to go through a lot of reasons why Vidafy and why people are excited to share this with you. First of all, a disclaimer. I am not a qualified physician. This information in the presentation is not intended to provide medical advice. It is for informational and educational purposes only. It does not take the place of medical advice or treatment from a physician. You should not use the information contained herein for diagnosing a health problem or disease. If you think you have a medical condition, please consult with your doctor. 8 reasons why. Okay, so about me, just in case you don't know me, my name's Rebecca White. I have a diploma in business management. I've been an entrepreneur for over 15 years. I have owned a traditional business for 8 years. I've owned online businesses, coaching businesses, social marketing, certified coach. I've had years in the fitness industry, managed a few different businesses. I've been around and I've certainly, I love the entrepreneurial space. That's just where have found home. And I do have a really big mission, and my mission is to guide and empower 100,000 entrepreneurs to reclaim their lives by achieving freedom, health, and wealth by providing the strategy, support, and community that is needed to thrive, fostering a life where personal well-being and financial autonomy aren't just goals but realities. So, have you ever found yourself looking for alternatives, asking yourself questions like, there must be a better way? I know I certainly had. Natural alternatives to the biggest health issue in the world right now are really hot. We're talking about a natural alternative to the biggest issue, and the biggest issue in the world right now is actually inflammation. Inflammation and, of course, inflation. But inflammation is the true epidemic on that health scale. You'll notice when you go for tests with a doctor, they always have the inflammation markers. And there's a real good reason for that, because inflammation is the common denominator for all chronic illness and chronic diseases. So I believe as an impact-driven entrepreneur, the opportunity to help people is what's truly priceless. So if you're not sure about what inflammation is, so there is some good inflammation, and that's the acute inflammation. You've hurt yourself, your body's doing the healing, it's bruising, it's a little bit sore, that is perfectly natural, and it's actually part of the healing process. But it's the chronic inflammation systemically in the organs and in the body, when left unattended and actually there for a long amount of time, and people don't realize it, sort of building up very unintentionally. That's the issue that actually ends up causing major chronic illness and chronic disease. So if you look up every single one of the diseases and issues that are on the screen right now, you're going to actually realize, holy moly, every single one of these is connected to chronic inflammation. Could you imagine what your body could do if you could reduce that chronic inflammation? Because our bodies are so amazing. We are actually designed to get ourselves healthy, to actually heal ourselves. But of course, the body can only do so much at once. It's doing a lot of work healing and reducing the inflammation. So if we could actually release that, imagine where the energy could go to, right? That's what we're finding. It's just absolutely incredible when we reduce those inflammation markers and reduce the inflammation all over the body. I've got here, we are either in a state of inflammation and degeneration or healing and regeneration. And I think I actually shared a quote the other day, and it was like, you're either green and growing or you're brown and dying, because that is how it is in nature. And we are, of course, part of nature. So it's good to understand we have control over our bodies and what we put into our bodies. Unfortunately, we don't have total control of the air and the water and all the other stresses and things always in life, and that does cause inflammation, but we do have some control. And of course, natural remedies are really hot right now. We want to be putting as natural of a remedy in our body as possible. We're talking about one of the most ancient natural remedies in the world. Can anyone guess what it is? I'm just going to quickly open up this door. Come on, doggy. You can hear the dog scratching. You're probably hearing it too. And we're talking about curcumin. So turmeric, curcumin. Curcumin is actually the active ingredient in turmeric. So when you get curcumin, that's the active ingredient in turmeric. A lot of people have heard about turmeric. Obviously, Indians have used it for thousands of years. Ayurvedic medicine, Chinese medicine, natural medicine. It's not like it hasn't already been studied over 20, I think it's 23,000 times. They've studied the turmeric plant, they've studied curcumin, they've realized curcumin is the active ingredient in turmeric. And of course, they know how absolutely amazing it is for the body and how absolutely amazing it is for people. In fact, they know it's actually good for all living organisms. So that's what's hot. We've got a natural product here. We've got a natural curcumin that is absolutely amazing for the human body and animals, as you'll see. And it's doing some really amazing things because the studies already show how incredible it is for anti-inflammatory. Okay, so if you go to pubmed.com and check it out for yourself, again, thousands of studies. We're not here to debate that. That's already been studied and shown. You can see how effective curcumin and turmeric is for the human body. Absolutely imperative to check it out for yourself. You can see it's good for, it works against neurodegenerative, cardiovascular, pulmonary, metabolic, autoimmune, neuroplastic, all inflammatory chronic illnesses, right? Incredible. But this is the issue. Well, the thing that people may not have realized from the start, I didn't anyway. Curcumin is incredible for people, incredible for animals, incredible for living organisms. But what it does is it exhibits, I'll get it out in a minute, it exhibits very poor bioavailability. So what does that mean in layman's terms? So in layman's terms, it means that it is not able to get absorbed into the body. So we've got this beautiful, amazing curcumin plant that we know is very medicinal, that we know is incredible for inflammation, that again, there's been 20,000 studies or more. We already know all of this, but it's unable to get absorbed into our cells, into our plasma, into our blood. So it kind of acts like a fat or an oil. It's what they call a lipid molecule. And of course, our body's made up of blood, which is, nearly all water. So how have you been able to get oil into water? That's been one of the biggest issues that the scientists have been tackling for decades, spent millions of dollars. It's a thing, right? It's a big thing. So again, the poor bioavailability has been an issue until now. So we do have a breakthrough technology that is absolutely incredible. It's called a BioMS technology. It is a micelle structure. So what they've done, and again, I'm not a scientist, I'm going to lay it out for you in layman's terms. They've nanofied the curcumin. So when they say a nanotechnology, all that means is that they've made it teeny, teeny, tiny. Okay. So people might think, oh my God, it's like in a phone technology. No, no, no. All they're meaning is that they've nanofied it to 30 nanometers. Why they can call it a nanotech. So 30 nanometers, if you think about it in this way, a blade of hair is 50,000 nanometers thick. So you can imagine how tiny this is, okay? And then what they've done is they've got a multi-patented application called a micelle solubilite structure. So it acts like a submarine and it coats that teeny tiny curcumin. And that's actually the beauty of our product. No one else can have that. And that is how the delivery system actually works. So the micelle structure is the science part and it acts like that submarine. It comes in, it's actually able to then penetrate the cells, drop off the curcumin. And the beautiful thing about this technology is that that micelle structure is then proven to leave the body. So what are you left with? Just that teeny tiny, beautiful natural curcumin. It's the most impressive way to be able to get this into our body that anyone's ever seen. And it has dramatic results. How do we know this? Because of the millions and, so many thousands of people, and I'm not even kidding you, that are getting incredible results. So that is the first compelling reason why Vidafy. Why us? Why not just get the turmeric off the supermarket shelf? There's a lot of other good reasons there, but of course, the biggest one is that ours actually works. And you get the results. It has a huge impact and it just has incredible results. So if you think about it this way, a native turmeric and curcumin, which is used in a lot of cooking and things like that. You can get the powder and all the rest of it. You can even get the turmeric plant. Some people even juice it, right? That turmeric, when actually put in comparison with our nanotechnology now, is, if you think about that, it's 277 times more bioavailable in the body when it comes into our form compared to native curcumin and turmeric. So the maths on that is 18,000% more absorbed. Absolutely incredible. And this is why the results are astounding. So we have got groups, we've got areas that you can check out. Go to vidafyresults.com. You can actually check it out for yourself. And of course, the stories and the pictures tell 1,000 words. You can see a lot of information there and sometimes dramatic, huge results in a really short amount of time. I'm talking 3 days for that foot in the middle. Crazy. So you can go into a group, a Facebook group. I'll just close this again. Sorry. Working from home's great, but sometimes it's actually noisy. This group is called Natural Wellness Solutions, and has got thousands of testimonies. In fact, there's another bigger group, but this one's just a little bit more intimate, which is great. And what I love about it is, of course, it works on animals. Animals don't have a placebo effect. So if animals don't have a placebo effect and they're getting dramatic, incredible results, we know it's not just our minds playing tricks on us, it's actually the product. It's very impressive, guys. Kid you not. How to take this beautiful product? 10 drops a day is about maintenance dose. So most people will get really amazing results with 10 drops. If you've got something chronic, if you've had like maybe an autoimmune or something like that for a long period of time, like I have an autoimmune, maybe you want to take more, but we have doctors you can email and actually check who have been working with this product for years and they know exactly what to take. So it's really quite good. You don't have to guess. You can actually email the doctors that have been using this particular product and get answers from them. You can take it in a hot beverage. You can take it directly under your tongue. You can put it into veggie caps. You can put it in water. Just so easy, guys. So many different ways. So now if I can, Danielle, do you want to share your screen and unmute yourself? Thank you so much for sharing your testimony tonight, by the way. Danielle's going to share a little bit about her experience with the Golden Drops.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. So from birth, I've had a whoosh whoosh feeling with my heart. It's a bit unsettling at times. Since being on the Golden Drops, I don't have that whoosh whoosh feeling, which is amazing. And then secondary to that is when I get my blood taken, the nurses that take the blood say, "You've got amazing blood. It flows beautifully." So that is perfect. So that's me. There's a million things that have happened to me, but that's like one of the main things. My two dogs, I have two Kelpie collies. Obviously, they're very on dogs. They need to be active. We live in suburbia and I don't get out and about with them. Anyway, one of my dogs had some inflammation on her tummy, a little bit of redness, and she used to gnaw at her paws with a bit of anxiety. They have curcumin daily in their food in the morning. No issues with that. That's settled right down. Oh, can't hear. Is it just one person that can't hear?
I can hear you.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So one dog, inflammation and anxiety has settled right down. The other dog, she's ball fixed, and on, buzz, 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 buzz. She's very settled and will in fact sit and cuddle. So that's my two dogs and what's happened for them. But yeah, mainly my heart whoosh whoosh feeling. It's for those that are familiar with it. It's scary when something's happening with your heart.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's great. Thank you for sharing that story. So, I mean, again, there's plenty of amazing stories in that group and in vidafyresults.com and check it out for yourself. But we've had people with really, massive discomforts that have caused them to not be able to do natural and normal things in their life for years, and then being able to actually start to do them again, which is just, again, we have to be very careful with how we share these stories. We have to be very compliant. But in saying that, it is literally dramatically changing people's lives when you reduce that inflammation down. Better energy, better sleep. People have brain fog lifting. All of a sudden, they've got a lot of mental clarity because inflammation of the brain is connected to a lot of issues as well. So inflammation is huge, guys. And if you can reduce that, your life is going to be dramatically different, literally 100% in the opposite direction to where it was. So thank you so much for sharing, Danielle. I'll keep going with the rest of the presentation. Again, we are about halfway already, so stick with it, guys. The second compelling reason why Vidafy is because in this day and age, and especially more and more so, health and wellness is a really big business. People are really wanting to get better health because they understand what's happening with the world. They understand it's an issue and they're understanding that they're not getting as many nutrients and things in their bodies from the foods that we now consume. even when you try to go fully organic and all of those things, it's very difficult to actually get all of the nutrients and minerals and everything you need now. So I can completely understand why the supplement industry globally is already $1 billion industry. The total curcumin market already is actually over $80 billion in 2023. So the estimations for 2033 is like 206 billion. You can imagine, right? So being part of that as it explodes is really important. And a third compelling reason why Vidafy is our actual company. So there are a lot of different home-based companies out there, a lot of different opportunities out there. And I have been around a little bit. I've been in a couple, and I really resonated with this one for a few main reasons. One is that it is a family-owned and operated debt-free company. And it's like Shane and Laura are the CEOs. I've met them in person a few times now. They're amazing people. They're really heart-driven and faith-driven, and they are just actually really for us. Shane was in the industry for decades and did not like the ethics of a lot of other companies and decided to make his own company with a completely different ethic to other companies. So all of those parts of this business create the DNA of the business. It is actually a very small business right now, but we have a lot of work to do to share this globally and to open up new markets, to open up new countries. And with that DNA being the core and the foundation, you can bet that it is so different. The energy is different, the values are different, the morals are different, and they're just here to really make an impact. So that was one of the things that really drew it to me. 6 countries open so far, but we do have Europe open, but the actual country that's fully registered and open is only Netherlands. So we can get it in other parts of Europe, but it's not fully necessarily open in all those other countries yet. Australia and New Zealand are just started. So this year is our first year as of July this year. And we have that time to be able to get shares, global founder shares in the company. And of course, we have the fact that it has thousands of testimonies worldwide. That is just, incredible, very ground floor because we are such a small company still. The fourth compelling reason why Vidafy is our business model. You have access to direct earnings, so like an affiliate. So there's actually different levels you can come in, guys. You can choose what you want to do. So people can just be a customer, they can be more like an affiliate, or they can actually build a team as well. And you can do either any one of those. I love that. You actually get a choice. It's a low startup cost for a potential business that could be paying you like tens of thousands of dollars a month. And I'm kidding you not. I've been there and I've seen it myself, and I actually receive more income now than I ever did in my 8 years of traditional business or any other business that I have owned and really worked in. It's just incredible. You have flexibility. You work from home. Your time is your time. You get to make up your time, which is really great. Time freedom is huge, and I value that above everything else. Freedom is my highest value. You have team support, so you're in business for yourself, but you're never by yourself. We have unlimited potential, and that financial freedom is really an option as well. It is right bang on global trends. Global trends right now, online shopping, we know this, trusted advertising. So what does that mean? 93% of people and family and friends turn to people that you know over advertising. We're kind of sick of the BS advertising and people saying all this stuff. We actually want to go to people that we know, like, and trust. And that's why this industry is actually very big. And that's why it's a really great opportunity. Also, it's bang on trend with diversified income. What does that mean? It means that people are looking for more ways to be able to earn. So people, even with one income in a family, never enough. 2 incomes is not quite even enough. So people are finding they do need at least something else on the side, or this could even take over that. So it's bang on trend with a lot of things. Yes, it certainly is a social marketing opportunity or an affiliate style marketing opportunity. So you get to choose that. The fifth compelling reason why Vidafy is a very turnkey, simple business. If you've never owned business before, but you've always wanted to be your own boss, this is the best way to be able to jump in and learn at the cheapest and best rate. And I kid you not, because I've been in business myself. Every business, no matter what you do, no matter what you decide to do in your future, what you do need to learn in every business is marketing. It's the biggest thing. And the reason why a lot of people don't actually create great businesses is they don't understand marketing. If you jump into an opportunity like this, you get all of that training on the job. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to buy heaps of courses. You don't have to do all of that. It's actually on the job. You just come in, follow the system, follow the steps, and you will start to learn that whole industry. It's absolutely phenomenal. Very, very, it's just incredible what you actually get from this. The whole personal development, the whole expansion, and the learning and development along with that. It is ahead of the curve. We are ahead of the curve. We have actually invested in what we call a saga system, a system for action, growth, and automation. So this system has everything you need. And for, I think it's like 66 cents, 80 cents a day, you actually get this system and it teaches you everything you need to do. It shows you step by step by step what to do to build a business, what to do to build a brand, what to post on social media. Like it's got everything. So it's just incredible. It's got accountability, tracking, how to follow up, automation, duplication, all the training and coaching and mentorship that usually costs tens of thousands of dollars to build a business. We have a really simple one focus when people join, and that is Rapid Pro. Because when people join, you can actually hit what we call a Rapid Pro bonus. And by the time you get these bonuses, you end up with potentially way more money than you even invested to start with. I don't know another business that you can jump in, get an amazing product that is incredible and helps people, and within 30 days, get all of your investment back. Plus, you have the stock you're able to sell and create double that money. It's absolutely phenomenal, guys. So again, I won't go into detail, but just know that that is available. The sixth compelling reason why Vidafy, compelling, I'll get it right in a minute, is that we actually have amazing travel and trips and things like that, which a lot of companies do have. I think ours is really great. We went to Europe this year. We actually had a cruise. We went to Santorini, Mykonos. We did that Greek island cruise. And whilst I was over there, I was able to take my whole family. Now, if you'd asked me 18 months ago, and you told me I'm going to take my four of us on a European trip for 4 weeks, which it was not cheap from Australia, I would have been laughing at you. I honestly cannot believe how much this has turned my life around in 18 months. And I could see me here. Took my kids to Italy, to France. Me and my husband, we were on a trip. We were on the cruise. We're Mykonos, Santorini, Kotor, Montenegro. We had such an amazing time. And that's what's available. We're actually heading to Bali in 1 week. I think it's 1 week or just over a week, right? It's incredible, guys. The travel is incredible. It's a beautiful, beautiful synergy. The seventh compelling reason why Vidafy is that true time freedom and financial freedom. So when you start to build a team, you actually start to grow what's called leverage. And leverage is what is really key to creating time freedom. So I won't go into details, but it is epic. It changes your whole life. Time is your most precious resource, and that's what wealthy people understand. All right, they understand that leverage is actually how you create more of your time and create income. Linear income is that exchange time for dollars, and it's just not cutting it anymore. People are understanding that and they're wanting something more. There is a huge compensation plan, very simple, but yet paid a lot of different ways. But the eighth compelling reason is, of course, our global founder opportunities. So for Australia and New Zealand, UK, Canada, soon to be, in the Philippines and soon to be potentially other places in Southeast Asia, you actually have the opportunity to become a global founder. And that means that if you do become that in that it's a time sensitive opportunity, you actually get shares in the company. So every single month, a percentage of the sales go into a little pool, and the people that are there at the global founder level get paid that right before Christmas. Great little bonus, guys. And as the business grows, that pool starts to grow, right? So you can imagine it is literally a life-changing opportunity that you only get once in the lifetime of a company. So we're right at that beginning. I like to be very bold and share straight away. People think, is this a pyramid scheme? No, that is a misconception. Pyramid schemes are illegal, and you can't out earn people in a pyramid scheme because the people at the top earn the most money. This is a complete opposite. You need to actually turn it upside down. Back in the 1980s, there were a few pyramid schemes that called themselves network marketing, and unfortunately, it gave the whole industry a bad name. It's not the case with a lot of these companies. When you have a product that you're selling, you cannot be a pyramid scheme. We're actually a product-based business, and you can be an affiliate as well, right? So everyone on social media that is an affiliate for different things, they're not in a pyramid scheme. Neither are we, just so you're very, very clear on that. Another misconception is this a get rich quick? I'm going to buy a pack and I'm going to create and just have all this money. No, it's actually a business. It's a legitimate professional business, and you get out, what you put in, just like every business. Okay. People think, oh, well, I'm not good at sales. I can't make any money. They don't like the word sales. Well, that's great because it's more about sharing. Again, people want to hear from others that they know, like, and trust. They want to say, oh, well, Beck down the road was using this, and then she started to wake up feeling 20 years younger, having more energy, getting to work out better at the gym, and having a better life, brain fog lifted, energy, all of that stuff, right? That's what they want to hear. They want to hear stories from other people. They want to connect with other people. They don't just want to buy something from an advertisement on the television. Okay. That's why we're all about sharing. Another common objective is I don't have the money. Well, that's exactly why you really need this opportunity, because when are you ever going to have it? If nothing changes, nothing changes. If you can't afford to invest potentially as little as $500 Australian to buy your first kit, to start your own business, then I'm going to challenge you. Are you ever going to be able to afford it? I understand that things come up. I understand that it's very expensive these days. But for myself, I can tell you right now, it's made a huge, huge impact in my life. Another objection is, of course, time. The busiest people are often the best people. Again, you can slit this into little areas of your day. I know this because I literally done this when I first started. Again, if nothing changes, nothing changes. When will you ever have the time? I want to confess here, I didn't have the time or the money when I started this business. Over 18 months ago, um, I started this business because I needed more money and more time. And I knew if I didn't jump in, it was going to be an opportunity missed. I literally was working. I have 3 children in the house, a husband that does shift work. I coach, I umpire, I'm very big in a lot of community things, so I get it. I totally get it. But I knew that if I didn't make an investment in myself and go all in, then nothing would change. And literally, because I made that decision, everything's changed. The richest people in the world, I love this, I love sharing it. 74% of the richest people in the world, entrepreneurs. 12% investors, 8% athletes, 4% artists, 0% employees. Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity. I truly believe that. I've been saying that since we started. I was like, whoa, I cannot afford to miss this opportunity. I know how big this is going to be. I'm in. That was me. And I knew that this was the formula that was going on in my head. I was like, wow, we have an amazing product and we're seriously talking. I can't even share publicly what it did for so many people, what it's doing, not just did, what it's doing for so many people. This product is sensational. Everybody needs it. Everybody needs to be taking this product. So that's our mission. It really works. Then you multiply that by an incredible timing in the market where everyone's needing it for inflammation. And of course, the business, everything turnkey, the Saga system, everything, you have an incredible opportunity. And that's what we're really excited about. Usually at this time, we say, are you a 1, 2, or 3? You're a 1, you're super excited. You're like I was. Actually, I actually took a little bit of time. I'll be honest. The first couple of times that my sponsor, he's in the States, said to me about it, I was umming and ahhing. I was like, oh, I'm not really sure. I don't know if I've got the time. I don't really know. I was looking at it and I was busy looking at it. And then something happened financially that was like, oh my goodness, okay, that's it. I've got to do something, right? I just knew it. And then it just kept popping in. And I'm very intuitive. And I was like, I'm gonna listen to this. I'm gonna listen. Tell me more about them golden drops. And then he told me a little bit more and I started actually looking into the results and I was like, whoa. Then I looked into the founders, like I said, and I was like, whoa. And then I really felt into it and I was all in. I was like, okay, I'm not missing this one. It's like missing Bitcoin at 5 cents. I'm not missing this one. I'm all in and I'm doing it. That's number one. You see the vision. You understand. You are really interested in making an impact and you want to be part of this team. Then that's number one. Number two, you would like to come in at the level, maybe a retailer affiliate style, buy a pack and maybe just sell a bit. You've got a link. You can share it anywhere that's already open and they can buy. It's incredible. Maybe that's where you're at and that's okay. Number three, you would like to start maybe even a little bit slower and trial. You want to be a customer first. You want to actually experience it for yourself. It's all well and good to hear it from people. I want to experience it. I totally get it. That's a customer level and that's absolutely fine. Get back to the person that invited you because you're either a 1, 2, or 3. Let them know straight away tonight and they'll be able to help you with where to go next. Okay, thank you so much for your time and energy. If you are live on the call, stick around. We'll do the draw. If you're watching the replay, get back to the person that invited you. Super excited for you to join our team and to start that journey into freedom and journey into personal development and becoming the best version of yourself because truly that's the beauty of this company and that's the beauty of this business. You get all of that in one.